everyone, Senrai here. Today I'm going to be watching the first episode of the 4th season of Overlord. That is right, Overlord is back once again, and it's been far too long. I also reacted to the 2nd and 3rd season of Overlord on the channel, so you can check that out if you wish to do so. Not the first season, because I watched that before I started the whole anime reaction thing, but I did watch that too. And yeah, I actually do consider myself a pretty big fan of Overlord. You know, it's got the classic overpowered MC being isekai thing, but with a fun twist of not only being a magical bone daddy, but also bringing his entire guild with him. I mean, not really, because obviously the guild members, the 41 Supreme ones, they didn't come along. They quit the game, but he brought the NPCs, and they're more sentient here than in the game, so they sort of count as guild members, right? In their own way. They're just, a level below Ainz, who is their lord and savior. So, yeah, he comes to the world like that and basically, essentially forms his own, kingdom, not technically, not for a while. That was kind of what we ended off the 3rd season with. He had this big old fight, which was already amazing with, was it 70,000 deaths, summoning these 5 horrifying goat monster babies, whatever they were, and just killing more people. It was great, and that's kind of how he established himself. And now he's got his own territory, I think, and he's now going into that direction of ruling, right? Because up until that point, it's mostly just been managing the guild itself. So now he's kind of branching out. I mean, he's kind of branched out more or less different ways with the whole lizard people and experimentation with that, but. Yeah, it did feel like kind of a turning point when we finished off with the last season, so I'm pretty eager to get into this season and see exactly where we go from here. So it should be pretty fun. I've waited far too long for this, so I'm just gonna jump in and see what we start off with. So, I know this is season 4, but I should still probably explain my reaction format since there could be new people here. I did not show the anime footage itself in the video because of potential issues with the YouTube copyright system. What I do show you are subtitles from the show and a timer, so you can get your own copy wherever you can find it and get it all synced up. And we watch it together like that, basically. So if we're okay with that, let's jump on in. 3, 2, 1, play. I think you hear all bad noises, and I wouldn't have it any other way to start off a new season. Boy, I have missed you, I must say. Yeah, he also got a new name last season. That's a thing. I'm here to find out. That certainly doesn't change, yeah. Don't break the bed, Albedo. Bed, Albedo. Yep. That's actually a really cool looking Roman numeral 4. Sorcerer King Ainz Ol Gon, Nation of Leading Darkness. I didn't quite get a chance to read all that. Very high quality maid we have here. A bedside shift. That might be a rough, a hard pill for them to swallow. I don't see that happening, really. I know part of his goal is to find his old comrades, but... I have faith in your abilities. Quite a close-up, huh? Oh wow, okay. I'm not sure it's his style. It needs more black, maybe some purple. Yeah, I don't think I could get used to that. That's weird. It feels wrong somehow. I guess that's one word for it. And of course, she'd say that no matter what he wears, really, so. Well, just stamp it, I guess. I mean, there'll be a learning curve, but, you know. Yeah. Probably not. Okay. uh, they probably should be, but. Wing flapping intensifies. Has she done that before? He's not wrong. Although maybe we shouldn't get her going. Well, business is done. I mean, not a bad idea. I can see that. Jeez. Tell us how you really feel. Ein's always a kind one. That freaking name. How dare they? Yeah, I hope you're not telling Irons what to do. uh, they better be cute uniforms. They're just gonna just hate every suggestion on it. Yeah. Nothing wrong with just having an idea that you disagree with. You know, unless you're on Twitter, I guess. Hey, the twins. Such insolence. Does she want a hug? Oh god, she's cute. Wow. Okay. I'm sure Alberta wants to do that too. I'm sure Mata does. I'm totally fair, I mean. Can't your favoritism to one of the twins? I thought there's no more room left, sorry to say. Should have been faster. Also that. I mean, I understand that. Boy, do I understand that. What are you trying to say? Mata, you're too kind. Now, Mata can sit on Albedo's lap. Okay, then. Man, it has a much different feel to it when she does it, somehow. Even though it's technically the same action, but... I mean, that's your opinion. How? He's a skeleton. Are we sure she's an adult? I mean, I'm sure she does. Heinz is in thought. I was wondering how long she would force that issue. Stay on there. Okay, that is a problem. You should know these things, Heinz. It was, yeah, probably in the documents you didn't read. Yeah, I imagine that whole takeover would complicate things, and... Yeah, Heinz has got this, you know, he can solve anything. Right. I mean, Demiurge is always the idea guy, isn't he? Is that a great idea? You're not just gonna randomly kill people, are you? Yeah, we're all open to all suggestions. That's just gonna be confusing. So I guess we're not gonna get an opening, at least not like we might get it at the ending. That's the end. Hamusuke, are you okay? I want to rub that belly so much. The hamster that's almost as big as my cat. I assume they're just friends. Yeah. Yeah, that was coming to my mind as well, yeah. That is more or less what he's kind of become, isn't it? Keep up the good work, sir. Oh, little close there, man. Uh, yeah, personal space, buddy. Back up a little bit. I shouldn't feel your breath when I'm talking to you. Okay. He is really a hard one to deal with. We should have went into his settings when we went into Albedo's settings in episode 1. Give him the setting chill out. Values personal space. Talks a lot less. It's kind of hard to surpass the great Einzo Gon, though. This is a high bar. But my identity... I do like how he's trying to frame it as personal growth to get him to do it. Can't have that. It's weird him calling him that. But that is a good question. Oh wow, what a view. We see like half invisible bugs crawling up, and then we just see the maid doing the same thing. I don't know why, but that was funny to me. Yeah, undead, the ultimate workers. Yeah, it is odd. Very strange. And does anyone in Nazarick not hate humans? I mean, it seems to be like a general consensus among them. Yeah, that is what it looks like, even though I obviously couldn't read the text, but very empty. Okay, somebody's here. Nice save. So what does remain? Yeah, I guess that makes sense. And burning things would change a lot. A lot of things about it. You should feel honored. Shh, I'm thinking. I mean, who's really gonna say no to you? I wouldn't. Elvis must be protected. He's asking the real questions. Yeah, definitely a different perspective than a human would have on such an issue. That cat is just skulking around. Yeah, nothing too adventurous. So really just a time for restructuring. Because I mean that's what adventurers do. They adventure, right? That's more up their alley anyway. Than security detail, which yeah, he's a bit better at with his resources. Invade is such a strong word. Yeah, case by case basis kind of thing. That's definitely true. That adventure pride. Because you got to see firsthand what it's like, being an adventurer. And it's not quite, like how it's portrayed in video games, so he's trying to remedy that. I can respect that. Okay. I like that look on his face. Seems very supportive. Oh crap, the episode's getting almost over. God damn it. We just really getting into it. They're probably gonna have to get used, just have to get used to that outfit because it seems to be sticking. I mean, who wouldn't wish to be under your rule? I don't discriminate. Everyone should be under my rule. The whole world would be my guild. Yeah, if anyone that knows Ainz is out there, like, he's becoming more and more difficult to, not notice, so... yeah, and it just ends like that. No ED or opening or anything. I mean, we heard some music there. That could have been just a musical segment of the OP or ED or something, but I guess we'll find out next episode. But anyway, that was the first episode of the 4th season of Overlord. And God, does it feel good just to have this show back, getting to see all these familiar characters. Ainz himself, the twins, who both were basically trying to fully utilize Ainz' lap, right? Much to Albedo's dismay because, she wanted lap time too. Too bad she didn't think about it until they showed up. But luckily for her, Made was nice enough to give up her segment of lap to Ainz. And the sitting down process was something else too, because we have Made and Aoda sit on his lap, and it's just a pretty normal kids sits on your lap sort of thing, right? And then we have Albedo sit on his lap, and it just looks so much more seductive, but just a very different feel to it. Let's just leave it at that. And yeah, I knew once we got her on there, it would be tough to get her back off of it. She even makes these like childish excuses, like, but I got on afterwards. I should get more time, like that sort of thing, right? If you've ever dealt with a child in your life, you know that kind of logic, right? That person got slightly more milk in their cup than me, so I should get a little bit more, like that kind of logic. But anyway, that was a fun scene for sure, right? And as far as what actually happened in the episode, it's really not a huge amount, which is kind of to be expected for an episode 1 of a new season. Because we have a big shift in status quo, like I said at the end of last season, being the new Sorcerer Kingdom and all that. So it's running it, right? We're just trying to run it as best we can, and just not being able to really read all the documentation, and also not very experienced with running a country at all. So he's kind of like just doing his best, stamping things, leaving things to other people, taking suggestions from other people, many of which Albedo just wasn't a big fan of, right? A surprising amount of them were clothing based too, because one of them said something about a uniform on everyone to increase uniformity or whatever it's called, however they phrased it. And then we have Made, who's just like guys who wear girl clothes and girls who wear guy clothes. Obviously, influence of her creator, Kabuka Chaba, I can never remember her name. They said it in the episode, but it's one of those names that never really stuck. But yeah, because she's always the one that had the twins wear reverse outfits, right? So just extend that to everyone. Why not? Why not? Because it'd be confusing. But yeah, we got a lot of good Albedo this episode. Some great Albedo expressions, some wing flapping, the blushings, the excitements. Just got a good chunk of Albedo this episode. We didn't really get a huge amount of the actual Netsrym staff. I mean, we got Albedo, we got one of the maids, right, that had a lot of screen time, and we had the twins, but I don't think we had any other Netsrym members beyond them, right? Like no Cocutus, no Sheltier, no anyone else really, which is a little bit sad, but like you can't just shove everyone into the first episode. I get that, hopefully we can see them more in the future. I love seeing Albedo and Sheltier butt heads. That's one of the things I really like about this show. So hopefully we can get some of that. Yeah, just, man, Aoda was just so cute, the way she just, like, lifts up her arms, like, pick me up, Ainz-sama. That was great. But, yeah, the outfit, I don't know, like, I feel like the outfit is just not Ainz' style. Like, I mean, maybe I'm just, too attached to the stereotypical skeletons must-wear black, purple, dark, spooky outfits. Maybe I'm just not progressive enough to accept the new outfit. I don't know, but it feels wrong. But I'm sure I'll get used to it either way, so it's fine. But for now, it's rough. I mean, we did see Hamusuke. I guess he sort of technically counts as a member of Netsrym, and as well as Pandora's actor. But he's Ainz' double. He's also kind of a unique case in and of itself. But yeah, he is so suffocating. Like, I don't know what the best word for him is, but he's definitely a difficult one to deal with. I mean, that really hasn't changed at all. But the hatred of humans is still very much a thing with all the Netsrym members, right? I wonder if that's ever actually going to change at all. Like, I mean, it hasn't really changed much in 3 seasons, so probably not. But I mean, humans are becoming more and more a part of the Netsrym system. I don't know what you want to call it, but like, you know, because obviously the case with Nabe, what was her name? I want to say Nabe, the one that, you know, Momo adventured with, right? She obviously was the first one to really let the audience know how much she hated humans, right? Because they directly worked together with humans and, like, you know, with the questing and stuff like that. So maybe the more they actually interact with humans, the more their opinion on them will change, you know, improve. It's always possible. I mean, there was some discussion of possible, like, and it might be going off on a limb here to actually take that as foreshadowing, but we did have Ainz talk to Pandora's actor about character development, growth, you know, going beyond your character settings, and their hatred of humans is definitely a character settings level thing, most likely, so it is possible that we will see, not just in regards to humans, but just in general, some changing of all the Netsrym members over time as they start to get more and more experiences in this new world. It may start to actually override some of their system level settings, right? So if we could see some of that, that would definitely be pretty interesting. Because we also had we had something from Ainz as well about having them see him as an equal. I don't remember exactly how he phrased it, but because that could also be a thing, right? They very much are programmed to see him as their superior and all that. But we've also had Ainz do his best to play the role of the great Ainz-sama who can do no wrong, who knows everything, right? Even though it's not really fully true, they believe it. He tries to match that as best he can, but it is possible that eventually they start to see through that, realize maybe he's not as as perfect as they think he is, and so they actually start to develop their own more of a unique opinion on him, again, beyond the settings. This is all just speculation stuff, but it could be interesting. I feel like there was enough to maybe speculate on that in this episode, the possibility of that. But yeah, as far as like what actually physically happened in the episode, there really wasn't much. There was doing paperwork, some cute interactions with the twins and all that. Ainz giving a bit of overview of some of his future plans going forward with the other, demi-humans and other races and stuff like that, right? Kind of pointing out some bias towards humans that the guild had, and he's kind of just like taking over the guild, taking it under his wing. And yeah, there's definitely some interesting implications of how this will go in the future. Trying to make adventures great again, trying to make them actually go on an adventure, not be glorified bodyguards or, hunting weak little nothings that are just, around town causing trouble for the average person, right? Just being real adventurers, he wants to bring that in there. So definitely a really cool idea. So although not a lot really happened in the episode, there's a lot of good setup for potential stuff to be quite interesting. So I'm really eager to watch more. I was so salty when I realized the episode was almost over. You don't even know. But definitely good stuff. And now that I think of it, he wore that out for like the whole episode, didn't he? But anyway, people are definitely, yeah, he's like the ruler of the the town now, so he just like walks around everyone. You can imagine how the average person must feel to have this insanely powerful skeleton sorcerer who's basically now your ruler, all of a sudden, right? Just walking around your town and having to like one-on-one interact with him. Could you imagine how that would feel? Like the nervousness, the fear. It'd be quite something, right? But yeah, good stuff. It's great to have the show back. It's great. I look forward to watching more. I hope you enjoyed my reaction to it, and I hope to see you in the next video. Until then, bye-bye.